Hey HappiCrew, HappiDaze here. In today's video, we are doing day 4 of Grand Party, trying to get up to 12 wins, getting us one step closer to 15 and the completion of this season. So we start losing the ability to see teams on this day, so it becomes a lot tougher. You can only see really one team in that top slot and the leader for your opponent, so it gets a little bit tougher. So let's go ahead and get right into matches and see if we can't get this done. Let's go ahead and get into that first match. We are using the Kaido captain for this season just because it's so much better when you can't see teams. So for the first match, I'm going to go ahead and take on this rare recruit character as the burst leader just because it's so much easier to kill without a burst. Now, I knew that their first team was a quick team, so I'm just having my standard Dex team go against them. I might change up this Dex team to be more of the kind of meta team that you see someone like Stump or Totsuki use. I don't have a lot of the newer units that just came out from the Blackbeard Island, so obviously I kind of working with what I have. So obviously if you have the Lucci and the Usopp, you know, they're much better to use. So as I go on, you might see me switch up this team, but at least for now, this Dex team does really good at just taking care of quick teams. You can see just melting teams like that with the Dofi special, the Kaido special. Big Mom's going to do a bunch of damage when she goes, and really what we're just trying to do in this first battle is just get our gauge charge for at least one burst, so that we will have a burst going to match number 2. Should be really easy. Hopefully we don't need to use our third team there. They're there just in case we do. But you can see, and Blackbeard just does that nasty HP cut with that huge hit to quick characters, and boom. Just like that, we get through that first battle without too much difficulty. So yeah, I feel pretty confident with this Dex team against any quick team. I think what you'll really see struggle with this season is if you're trying to go against that really overpowered Dex team with a different team, just because they can get through their CTs so quick. But for the second match, we're going to go ahead and take on, it looks like it's almost kind of an auto-generated team, right? I mean, you do have some int units there in terms of Uta, and the Luffy and those units there, but there's not really a lot of synergy here, so I'm not worried at all about this. I might not even be able to get my burst off, just because there's just so much damage with the Slasher team, and yeah, so we'll see. We take a little bit of a shot there, but nothing too bad. Yeah, get another shield here from Shanks just to give us a little bit more HP, make it a little bit better. And then we basically just wait for the rest of our units to go, especially the Roger and Whitebeard unit there. He's just fantastic doing the HP cut and then just hitting through defense, just take out 2 units basically himself. So yeah, you can see, nothing really crazy is going on. It's just a matter of kind of getting through this fight here. This Luffy is going to be a nasty hit here. We might... Oh, actually, he didn't with the shield. He didn't do that much damage. I thought he was going to actually do more damage than he did. But luckily for us, we didn't take that bad of a shot. We got a burst. Let's use it, right? No reason not to. And that will just take out a couple units there. Love to see that. Kuma comes in from the bench. You do have to worry about Kuma just because his damage through defense is always a pain to deal with. But yeah, still at this point, we know we have S-Hawk special bound. It's not that big of a deal. We should be able to have S-Hawk go. Well, let's use our special again, right? Why not? We'll win this match anyway. We did lose quite a few units there at the end. But still, we have so many more units there. We'll have Zoro Sanji to help boost the characters up the front. So yeah, really no worries here. We're looking good. We should be able to get this, and boom. Cat came in the end there and just helped us absolutely demolish them. So there we go. That got us the first win of the day, bringing us to 10. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out our opponents for the second match of the day. For the second match of the day, we're going to go ahead and take on a Psy Luffy Burst Captain. Look at the 3 teams. It was all burst leaders that are not bad, not non-trivial burst leaders, but I think with this team, the main advantage is I've seen that first team here that doesn't have much synergy. I figured my strength team here can just absolutely demolish them, get through, and then it really won't matter what's in their second or third slot. Again, I'm really using the Kaido special there just as a way to, get some force out and do some damage if we have to. But for cases like this where it's not really heavily synergized teams, you don't have to really worry about it too much. Just a reminder, when you're done your matches for the day, make sure you go in and randomize your team. Use one of the 8 slots that you have for building GP teams. Just have one completely auto-generated, just at the end of the day, set it to that. And just make sure there's no kind of crazy units. Even if you do auto-edit, sometimes it puts some really powerful characters that you have in teams. Just make sure you kind of modify those and do a non-burst leader, so everyone can go ahead and get the 15 wins. So Blackbeard's going to come in, do a little bit of bind, but the real damage dealer on this team is obviously the Luffy unit. He can just take out so many units himself. So we're just basically waiting for Luffy to get ready. Jackson do a little bit of an HP cut here, not going to matter at all. But in the grand scheme of things, we're able to easily get through that match. Boom. On to match number 2. So obviously we can't see what team it is. We know that there's a side team in slot 3. But using it this way, like I said, it's another kind of auto-generated team here. So it should be easy for our Slash team to just absolutely melt through them. Don't anticipate us being able to use our burst, unless maybe Sanji comes in on the back end and, you know, manages to do a little bit of damage there. But yeah, there's no worry at all about this team losing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and keep going. 2 units are going to die here. Oh, they held on pretty well on Death's Doorstep there. S-Hawk coming in, just doing an absolute monster amount of damage. So all 5 of the units that are on the bench, or on the field here, I should say, have like no HP. So pretty much as soon as Cracker goes, I think you'll see a lot of those units get just absolutely wiped. So Sanji's gonna do a little bit of haste for us, which is good. You love to see that. Might be able to get our burst off. If we take maybe one more special, we might be able to get it off, so we'll see. Not enough damage there. Still not enough damage from the Sanji. So yeah, once S-Hawk and Roger Whitebeard go, it's over at this point. Boom. And there we go. An easy win for fight number 2 of the day. Gets up to 11 wins. You'd love to see that. So let's see if we can do it for win number 12. Fight number 3, we're going to go ahead and take on the top team over here, just because the other 2 leaders were Kaido leaders, and they have just an insane burst with the damage that they can take and then dish out. So this is probably the safest out of the 3, in my opinion. Now, I know I'm not going to win this first match, because this is like a super OP Dex team, right? I just won't have the damage trying to get through their team to really do much. So I went into this first fight fully knowing that I was going to absolutely get demolished in this fight, but really the whole purpose of this first fight was to be able to get my special burst gauge charged. That way I'd have, you know, 3 burst gauge going into the next 3 matches. I'd know that no matter what, you know, the bulkiest team that are out there, I won't have to worry about because we're facing them on this match. I also can use a quick team then, and not have to worry about getting the type disadvantage and just kind of losing that way. So that's kind of the game plan going in here. It's kind of weird to actually, you know, plan to lose. It's not a strategy that I like to do, but given that the other 2 leaders were the Kaido burst captains, I didn't want to have to really mess with that too much. So you can see Ace just absolutely slaughtered my guys, like not even a chance. Won't even probably get to defeat one of those. Just checking what the special does here, just to see if it's worth using, but obviously I'm saving it. And what I'm going to do for the second match is have my quick team go. I know I'm going to lose here, so I'm just skipping. But for the quick match that I'm facing, you know, I kind of stole this team a little bit from Stump. You know, I modified it. I wanted to keep my Slash team together, so I ended up putting Smoker, who's driven, in that final slot there, just to make sure we can satisfy the cross guilds condition of having 5 driven units on the team. And basically, you know, this is the kind of the crazy OP int team that you see, right? So really the gameplay here is just wait till some units get 2 specials going. That way we can force those 2 units out, do a bunch of damage. So you can see cross guild coming in with some special delay there. You love to see that. And boom, we just do a little bit of hit of a damage, and we're waiting for Smoothie to hopefully reverse some specials. Magellan hits like a tank. Like it's crazy how much his 6+ does there to do damage there. A couple units come in. Like I said, if we take the burst here, it's only 500 damage, which is why we're facing this guy as opposed to one of the other ones. So yeah, let's go ahead and just keep going. Yamato's going to do 7,500 to 2 units there. Ends up wiping out our Luffy, which is unfortunate, but luckily for us, we have Blue Jam in the back. He does a 4K fixed damage special, so you love to see that. We did lose Magellan there, so it's getting a little scary, but still, like I said, they only have a couple units there, so we're not that worried about it. We can use the burst when we need it to, but we still have Cross Guild to kind of help reverse some specials there, and just kind of keep chugging along. Blackbeard will do some fixed damage there, and special delay, and really we're just kind of waiting to go. We have the special in our back pocket if we need it, but we were just kind of saving it there. So you can see we were even able to take out that crazy OP int team with what we had there. So going to the final matchup, obviously we didn't know what it was. It's the, prototypical slasher versus slasher team. They do have the Roger, Rayleigh, and Gabon unit here, which is kind of interesting. They're probably not as good as I found as a fully invested Roger Whitebeard. But still, I felt pretty confident with 2 bursts that I would be able to pretty easily take them out. Just, hoping that I can get my Zoro Sanji to go first. That way my whole slasher units can go. Using the burst here to force out the units that have the special ready. So in that case, I believe it was the Zoro and Sanji and S-Hawk who got wiped out on their side, which are kind of the big haste dealer and then the big, obviously, damage dealer. And Hawk just comes in and just absolutely demolishes the rest. So even if they come back at this point, like it's over at GG's. So now we're just going to basically go, and if they do happen to get a special off, we have another burst still waiting in the wings, which is why we plan to kind of do that sacrifice. Boom, because those units were still forced out when we killed them. Quite easily, we get the win for that third match. Gets up to 12 wins. You'd love to see that. So let me know in the comments below how your day number 4 is going. Are you still 12 out of 12? Are you using the Dex Kaido captain as a burst leader? Did you use someone else? Love to hear what you guys are doing there. And of course, until next time, be kind to each other.